Bisexuals of Reddit, what are the differences between having sex with a male and a female? With a male, it's harder to find the clitoris. For me, the biggest difference in the power exchange. With women, I'm way more toppish, and with men, way more bottomish. The sex itself is different, but mostly just due to the parts.
You guys are having sex?
No serious tag, everyone's making it up. Generally speaking, sex F/F almost always contains oral. While it is not a rule, it does happen more often. Also, strap-on sex is different. BC, the giver cannot actually feel the cock, and as such must rely on cues/body language to ensure their partner is being satisfied. Also, having no feeling in the strap-on means she can be totally 100% focused on her partner with no distractions, and also can fuck her longer and longer without worrying about ejaculation. So, yay, F/F is awesome. However, all of those reasons are why M/F sex is great, because of the sharing of feeling and sensation. And oral can be done as often as partners like. And anyone can and should learn to read their partner's body language. So, for me, lesbian sex means you take turns focusing on the other person almost exclusively, while heterosex means you get to enjoy the sensations simultaneously or separately. And don't spout 69 at me, 69 sucks. Upvote for being correct about 69.
I like 69.
Nice. I'm a man, and I like both. Being with a woman is fun and passionate and smooth. Being with a guy is hot and wild, and a lot more intense. Just my opinion. I fuck girls and guys fuck me. Pretty much it, TBH. Titty fucking is better with females. Most American men have at least B-cups. In my limited experience, I've found that sex with other women is kind of easier. I've just had more practice with vaginas. I know what feels good for me, and so far, it translates easily to what feels good for other women. Sex with men isn't any less pleasurable, it just takes longer for me to figure out what feels good for them, especially since men tend to be less vocal in bed, which is a huge bummer. Please don't be afraid to make noise to let your partner know they are doing something right. Spending time figuring out what a new partner likes can be fun too, but with other women I always feel like I've got a head start. Wink wink. Every woman I've slept with doesn't stop until I'm finished. Can't say that for every man. LOL, you guys are gonna turn me into one of those insufferable bitches who wants to try lesbian sex. LOL. My female partners and I tend to trade off who's pleasing who in the moment, because we generally can all have multiple orgasms and the urge to just fuck, for the lack of better words, isn't there. With my male partners it tends to stay a lot more mutual. Which way the dick goes in. If it goes in sideways, you may want to rethink your life choices. In my experience, women tend to care more about how they're perceived than dudes do. They doll up, they get sexy, they shave their legs. Guys don't really do that. Most of the time it's like, oh, I'm gonna get laid. Even when chicks are just DTF, they're not just throwing on sweatpants. Dudes tend to make awkward small talk more often. Probably because our minds focus on the end goal more than the act. Also, fucking hair everywhere, save the planet. Shave your asshole. Other than the obvious, I would say that in sex women are gentle even when they are rough, and men are rough even when they are gentle. That's not exactly right, but it's true though. And I don't just mean the act of penetration, receiving versus giving. The only thing that doesn't line up with this is receiving oral sex from a man's man, which is amazingly gentle and good, or can be, but giving oral sex way more physical than going down on a woman. Even kissing is somehow more physical, less gentle. A lot of the other answers are also true. Yeah, I felt the same, in my very limited experience, due to women having a certain softness even if they're being rough or dominating, while men, even at their most gentle, still feel hard or rough in certain ways. Everyone's different, but in general, men are about the ACT, women are about the context. If a guy wants to fuck you, or wants to do something specific within fucking, they just want to do it. A freight train could be bearing down on them and they'd go, well, we've got time before it gets here. Best not waste it. What a girl wants to do is very much more determined by how she feels about you specifically, how sexy she finds the environment, what else is happening in her life, the fluidity of the communication, and the expectations, or lack thereof, for a relationship. As a woman, I find very few men understand that second part. As a man, even after reading the second part I don't feel like I understand it. Sex with two women can go on for hours to an entire day if they wanted. Guys can't really do the all day sex thing. Not that it's bad, I've been with both and both types of sex are great, but generally it doesn't take as long for a woman to figure out what the other wants orally than it does for a man to figure it out and kinda change it up too often. You haven't had sex with a guy who was on antidepressants, I'm guessing. If the guy is receiving he can go on all day, or so I've read in a movie I watched. By man. For me it's a lot like getting dinner. Sometimes I want a nice intimate night out with a diverse menu and great service, being with a woman, and sometimes I'm drunk. It's 3 AM, and I just need to find a place that's still open, being with a guy. As a guy whose asshole is always open I feel personally attacked. Men don't have boobs, and I like boobs, and beards, while beautiful to look at and run my hand through. Scratch me. Women can't pin me down as easily as a man can do, and they don't feel as imposing. I like my partner to be, or at least feel, bigger and taller than me, which apparently, as a 166 centimeter woman, I think it's 5'5", is too much to ask. I've never had sex with anyone, so this is just a really fun post to read the comments on. Want to be featured in my videos? Become a patron at the Patreon link in the description. Don't forget to subscribe for new videos every day. Thank you for watching. Smash that like button like it's a
Thick booty.
And don't forget to subscribe to OKPJ Dark if you like nice things, like new videos every day. See you tomorrow.